Now That Katie's Dead, episode 16. I have an idea for how we can get the word out to a lot of people at the same time, Benny said. The sun was down. They were walking toward the front entrance together, but as they passed the hallway to the side entrance with the canopy outside, she suddenly stopped. What? Benny asked. Nothing. I just realized I'm going to have to start using that one from now on. Benny pointed toward the door at the end of the hallway. Okay, but that doesn't change who you are. Katie knew she should say something in return, but she was distracted. Not by the need to act reassured when she was anything, but by a familiar sound. Katie? Benny asked. She grabbed him by the shirt and pulled him into a recessed classroom doorway just as Brian's limo pulled up. She couldn't see it, but she didn't need to. She recognized the sound of the engine, the door opening, and the footsteps approaching on the sidewalk. She also heard Benny taking in a breath like he was about to say something. She clamped one hand over his mouth before he could, and with her other hand, held a finger to her lips. Benny's eyes went wide. He was finally catching on. Katie listened as Brian's footsteps receded back down the sidewalk, around a corner, and toward the front of the building. She held her left hand between them, palm up. Then with her right hand, she pointed at Benny, pointed at herself, then waggled her index and middle fingers over the palm of her hand to indicate running. Benny nodded, understanding. Together they tiptoed toward the door, pausing when they reached it as Katie was still listening to Brian's footsteps. As he approached the front entrance, she started counting down on her fingers for Benny's benefit. Then, just as Brian stopped to open the front door, she said, "Now." They ran out together, past Brian's limo and toward the football field behind the school. Meanwhile, Brian stalked the halls quietly, passing classrooms, the library, the hallway to the side entrance, and the cafeteria. He paused outside each room, but not to look. He was listening for movement. His phone started vibrating in his pocket. He pulled it out and put it to his ear. "What?" he said. His eyes went wide. He bolted back down the hall toward the side entrance. "Brian gets a phone call that changes everything. Find out in episode 17.